Welcome to the peak performance video on the Newport line of LoPRO lithium batteries. You know, when it comes to getting the best performance out of your LoPRO, there's a few things that I really consider. One is making sure that I always have 100% charge and that I use proper storage methods when I'm storing this battery over a winter. So that means topping it off before I use it, and then plugging it in, charging it up before it's stored. Beyond that, once every month or two, plugging it into the charger and charging it up, making sure that charge stays up. You know, internally, this Bluetooth BMS board inside the battery does have a sleep mode that it enters when you get below a certain charge threshold. So that acts as a method of protection against the battery. You know, you'll always be able to plug it into the charger and wake it up. And if you keep it close to a full charge, you know, that's less time you have to spend with it plugged in before you load it into your vehicle or onto your watercraft to get ready to go fishing. The other kind of basic thing to consider is keeping the terminals clean. The nice thing is these plugs, these compression plugs, are IP67 rated, so 100% waterproof, meaning it's not going to let anything in or out of the recess that is surrounding this terminal. You know, that being said, getting sand and dirt and things inside of this area can affect the way that the plug mates up to the battery. I recommend keeping the plugs intact, rinsing with water, drying before you take the pigtail plug away and plug the charging plugs into the battery. Now that will eliminate any chance of debris getting inside this, any salt that could potentially cause some corrosion. You know, you want to keep all that out. So until the battery's clean and dry around the terminal area, I don't like to take these plugs off. When it comes to performance on the water, one thing that I really like to utilize this new shape for is optimizing space on my watercraft. This helps my performance on the water when I'm fishing. You know, I have a cleaner deck, things are out of the way, I have stuff stored exactly where I want it because this battery opens up the opportunity for that. I configure the layout on my boat to maximize gear storage so things are exactly where I need them to be when I need them. The batteries range from low 20s to low 30-pound range, so especially if you're expanding power and running a handful of them in series around your boat, you know, the weight does add up, so you want to be careful about where you place the batteries and where that weight is on deck. But the nice thing is that you have a lot of options where to put this thing. This battery can sit flat on deck and you can expand up on top of it with gear. Say if you're fishing from a kayak and you have a gear crate, you know, you can use this as a base and have a crate on top of it. Perfectly acceptable. The fact that you can orient the battery upside down on any of its sides or right side up makes it easy to mold into your system on the boat. And then the other part of the performance, using that Bluetooth BMS. If you're searching in the iOS or Android store, you're going to search Newport BMS app. That's going to tie you in directly to the computer board that's housed in the battery. That's going to allow you to monitor things like temperature inside the battery, charge level, how much current draw, all these things, so you can really tailor and customize the way you use the battery to get the range and efficiency out of it that you need to power your adventure. Make sure you identify the serial number on the back bottom corner of your battery. That will identify which battery you're monitoring when you pull it up in the app. So if you want to use an aluminum strap or even a nylon webbing strap run over the battery to fix mount it on your boat, you have that option. It's going to lock into place on those little ridges on the outside of the recess, and it's going to stay very secure. It's going to eliminate vibration and sliding, so your battery is going to be exactly where you left it every time. Right here we've got a 24-volt version of the LoPRO. If you wanted a 48-volt version, you could use our wiring kit, which is meant to connect two batteries together that are stacked on top of each other for a seamless, quick expansion of power. This could become a 48-volt system, or you could double your amp hours by running it in parallel. So you'd be able to do both of those things with the kit, and it's really just a snap-on, snap-off, no tools required. You know, if I wanted to extend my capacity to 100 amp hours, I would run 2 of these back to back and have some serious range, and it's just a simple plug kit that you use to do it. Thanks for tuning in to the peak performance video on the Newport LoPRO lithium batteries. We hope you enjoy this groundbreaking design. Have fun out there, and remember, the way forward is electric.